The best thing that happened to Kobe was the trial. That nigga went perfect after that. He went perfect after that. He probably paid once in a while, but after that, it went perfect. Yeah, because he understood, oh, this is what happens when I let someone get access to me. They can do this. So what I'm telling you is, and that woman, Kobe might have got found not guilty, but you better believe that they settled and she got paid. That's my point. So as a man, sometimes it's like, as men, we have to be smarter. But here's the thing. The world is not taking down men in their peak. And that's why men are allowed to stay dumb. Because as long as you performing for the team, or as long as you're making hit records, or as long as you're on top with your movies and they're showing up, you can do that bullshit over there. And that's the problem. Because the real issue, women say, from what I hear, women say, sometimes you don't want to get what comes with it. So it's almost like Alex is too popular for me to take him down in 2014 when he went diamond. So I'm going to wait, even though he did the act to me in 2013, I'm going to wait until Alex is on his decline and the world doesn't like him. And then I'm going to say, he did something to me and I want money. It's like, this is public perception as much as this is trials and laws too.
Got you.
But this is killing these. If these men are allowed to stay in their position in their post, look what happened to Shannon Sharp.
2, things have changed enough so that moving forward, the rule should be, if you're being abused, you got to leave right away. Now, I completely understand why in the past women often did not do that. I understand, as counterintuitive as it seems, why an abused woman would send complimentary texts or emails to her abuser after the abuse. In an era where women felt for good reason that OG predators like Bill Cosby and Harvey Weinstein would never be held accountable, why not at least get something out of it? These men were surrounded by all sorts of enablers, skeptical cops, assistants who lured women into unsafe spaces, cowards who knew what was going on but didn't dare expose the person who signed their paycheck. In that scenario, it was not illogical for an abused woman to say, well, if I can't get justice for my pain, can I at least get a receipt, a coupon? But a lot has changed.
Shout out to Bill Maher for saying what I think all of us men have been saying, that women have been saying, just say you hate women. I don't hate women. I don't hate women at all. But what I am saying is that over time, 2020 is hindsight. Over time, you start looking back. Did he even really love me? Did he really care about me? That's why I said the Carisha thing. Everybody's like, this dude is stupid. But I'm like, if you don't think a person is capable of loving and being good to anyone at all, then you leave feeling good about yourself. Like, oh, he's just a bad person. He just doesn't know how to love. That's you. But if you leave and that person turns into love and starts loving and giving and spending and all this other shit and supporting, you start being like, oh, it was just me. That's when it becomes anger. Like Jay-Z said, the anger and the sorrow mix up, leads to mistrust. Now it gets tough to ever love again. By the way, and then it's hold on. Then he goes, but the allure of the game keeps calling your name to all the Lauras in the world. I feel your pain to all the Tiffany's and Tiffany Lanes. We all hustlers in love with the same thing. It's the life. And I think that is what everyone was frustrated with. If these charges was criminal, I think every man in history, every man in life right now would be like, get him. I don't think there's anybody, I don't see no real men speaking up for R. Kelly. Now, I see some emotional arguments for R. Kelly, like, them girls know what they were doing. Okay, Boosie, I hear you. But they were 14, 15, and 16. But for the most part, you don't see people saying free R. Kelly. This nigga had hundreds of chances. That's who he is. He deserves to be in jail. You hear people say free Tory because the person that, shit I'm trying to say, it becomes, R. Kelly's in jail. Take him to jail and get his money. Different. But if you're just suing, if it's just civil suits, guys, that tells everyone in the world, I don't want justice. I just want some money for my time.
What I don't like about this conversation is there are women being abused in all kinds of relationships, whether the men have money or not.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So you literally see like the dynamics of women is like, we're supposed to be there to see it through. We're supposed to not give up on our person. We're supposed to, you know what I'm saying? If we're in a situation and then we give up, now we ain't shit because we didn't hold the person down. No, that's what it is.
No.
And that's how it's perceived.
That's how it's perceived. I'm here. I'm freeing you of that. No.
Yeah. Well, no, I
no,
don't.
if any woman out there is being abused or being disrespected, even if he's the greatest, listen, take niggas down in their peak. If you want to teach lessons, take a nigga down his peak.
Yeah.
You want to teach a lesson. Because let me tell you what I say by that. On some man shit. As a man, that triggers us. All I got to do is be great to get away with murder.
Yeah.
So if you want to take down you don't think the people at Jive Records knew R. Kelly was what he was 20 years ago?
Yeah.
They knew. He was just making them too much fucking money.
Yeah.
They wait till his peak went down to take him down. That's my only issue with the problem. We are allowing extraordinary men to get away with things, and then we wait until they're done, and then get them niggas while they're extraordinary, because it'll make men better.
But then now they're blaming the women for not saying something sooner.
Listen. I don't see nobody blaming a woman for Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson went to jail. He got out. He did what he had to do. I don't see nobody blaming a woman for Mike Tyson. Nobody.
And that's one example.
No. My point is this, is that she took down a hero. I'd rather you take down a hero and get paid, because if he's doing that to you, he's probably doing that to everybody else. So how do we stop a bully? We hit him head on, right? Okay, so that's my only thing.
Yeah.
The problem is this. It's I'll give you an example. Sometimes you hear news and you're like, oh, they're not gonna do nothing about that. He's too important. Or he's too young. Or the place he's from. Give you an example. Kyrie Irving plays for the Brooklyn Nets. He says something about the flat earth and, the black man being the Jewish black, whatever he said. I don't even remember. They sent his ass out. Then you got the Giddey kid. What's the Giddey kid? He plays for Josh Giddey, who plays for the Bulls now, but he played for Oklahoma City. And they said that he was messing with a 17-year-old girl, and they basically made the charges go away, and then they traded him. They looked out for him. Why? He's too young. He's in his peak. But if he was 38, shit.
Yeah.
They would. You see what I'm trying to say? So my issue with the world is, as a man, is if you want to punish the men, punish them at their peak. If you hear bad news about a superstar, we usually ignore it. Mm-hmm. The best thing that happened to Kobe was the rape trial. That nigga went perfect after that. He went perfect after that. He probably paid once in a while, but after that, it went perfect. Yeah, because he understood, this is what happens when I let someone get access to me. They can do this. So what I'm telling you is, and that woman, Kobe might have got found out guilty, but you better believe that they settled and she got paid. Mm. That's my point. So as a man, sometimes it's like, as men, we have to be smarter. But here's the thing. The world is not taking down men in their peak. And that's why men are allowed to stay dumb. Because as long as you performing for the team, or as long as you're making hit records, or as long as you're on top with your movies and they're showing up, you can do that bullshit over there. And that's the problem. Because the real issue, women say, from what I hear, women say, sometimes you don't want to get what comes with it. So it's almost like, Alex is too popular for me to take him down in 2014 when he went diamond. Mm. So I'm going to wait, even though he did the act to me in 2013, I'm going to wait until Alex is on his decline and the world doesn't like him. And then I'm going to say, he did something to me and I want money. It's like, this is public perception as much as this is trials and laws too.
Got you.
But this is killing these. If these men are allowed to stay in their position in their post, look what happened to Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
We don't know if he's guilty or innocent, but look what happened. He ain't on ESPN no more. His whole tour just got canceled. He's like damn near and that's because of what a 19-year-old girl said. Now the way the world looks at it is like, fuck the girl. I don't look at it like that. You're stupid, Shannon. Yeah. Because you are 56. If you were 16 or 26, I think the world would give you a pass.
Right.
But you're 56 making these mistakes. Get him. Yeah. And you in your peak, nigga. Get him.
Yeah.
Take every nigga down his peak if he doing dirt in his peak. But
so the problem with Cassie is that she didn't take Diddy down in his peak?
No, I don't have no problem with Cassie. Cassie did what she did. My problem.
But I'm saying there's a problem now. People are trying to turn it on Cassie.
Listen, if Cassie would have got footage. Remember this, the security, the hotel, and Puff, everybody involved with the footage got paid Cassie.
Yeah.
Why do you think they paid her? Because if she would have got the footage in 2016, Puff would have been done.
Yeah.
Because now he would have been dealing with that as it happens. But you wait 4 years, y'all break up. You try to see how life does you. You got your new husband now. You got kids now. We're trying to figure out what life looks like.
Yeah.
Yo, this shit is kind of hard. Hold on, this life is kind of hard. Hold the fuck up. You mean tell me I just can't wake up and get...
But we don't know if that's what the timeline is, because that happened to be around the time where you couldn't sue nobody anymore in New York. Who couldn't? No, in New York.
You mean the laws? The laws. Okay, that's true.
The laws was changing.
But here's the thing, though. But here's the thing, though. But here's the part why I say I believe what I believe. If she would have wrote the lawsuit up, that would have been okay. She gave him a book, a tell-all book. It said, "Give me $30 million to not put this out."
Probably out of respect to this is going to ruin your career if you go this way.
That is blackmail. Why?
Yeah.
That is blackmail.
Yeah.
It is black, but you don't feel sorry for the rich one. It's just the way the world works. You don't have, like 50 Cent famously said it, there's no sympathy for winners.
But at the end of the day, if you're Diddy, would you rather the opportunity to not let it get out in a lawsuit?
He shouldn't have done it.
Of course he shouldn't have done it, but now that he did it.
But the minute that he did it and y'all took his money, you were as implicit as he is to me.
What's the solution?
Hear me out. If you're my wife, hypothetically speaking, you're my wife, and we fight right now, and I'll beat you to a plummet because I'm a man and I'm stronger, and these niggas record it, and you wake up like, who got the tape? Nobody. Because I gave them all 20,000. No, I gave them. Hold on. Hear me out. I gave them all 20,000.
Right.
Now you can still go to court. You can still call the police and say they all got it in their phone. That's what discovery is called.
You're talking from a logical perspective.
Exactly.
Not someone that's in a relationship and loves somebody and truly doesn't want them to be in trouble, but at the same time they're pigeonholed into it. But you're doing this to me.
Listen, take them down at the fucking peak.
I'm saying it's easy for
y'all
to say, but then
let me tell you why she didn't take them down. Let me tell you why she didn't take them down. No, let me tell you why she didn't take them down. Let me tell you why she didn't take them down. Because she needed him. She didn't have a man. She had a man leading her. Now she has a man. So now I don't need a man. I got a great husband. He loves me. We just need some money. That's all you need. Like that's the part about the American dream now. It's the most minimized part, but it's the most important at the same time.
Well, I hope
it's
that's
the part that everybody in America will. Every woman wants a rich man till they got him and they got to deal with his shit. Now fuck him and his money. But what did Cassie say when the sister said, "Why don't you leave him?" Well, Jay-Z's not available. She didn't say no good man. She said Jay-Z because money was a part of her goal with the man that she dated.
And status.
That's my point. That's all I'm saying. It's like I'm not like, by the way, good for her. She got paid and everything else. But going forward, how do we prevent this from happening again?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, what's the solution?
How do we prevent it? We just said it. When he does it to you, do it.
You have to do it right away.
At his peak. It don't have to be right away. It could be 3 weeks. It could be a month.
That's right away.
No, it's not. You could. If something happens to you for 3 weeks and you're in the house crying about it for 3 weeks, you have 3 weeks is enough time. 3 weeks is enough time to develop any habit to get over anything. Period. That's a fact. So so it's just 3 weeks to get over it, and it's over.
Got you.
So it was interesting that you were saying that, Rocky, and definitely blessings go out to any victims of any domestic violence. As y'all hear, Ray doesn't support that whatsoever.
No. And by the way, let me just say this because it's important. Because even that is like when Ray says help. He hates women. No, I don't. It's like if my daughter was going through something with her boyfriend. Let's say my daughter's 7, but let's say 8. Let's say Miyoki was going through something with her boyfriend. She's 19, 20, and I found out he was hitting her or something like that. I'm gonna fuck him up. He gonna get hurt bad, but I'm gonna tell her, you coming home with me, and if you ever go back there, don't call me no more as your dad, because I'm eventually have to kill him, and you're gonna put your dad in jail because you couldn't control your emotions. Find you a man that loves you, that doesn't want to hit you, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's like one of them things where it's weird because I think the only difference between men and women is that we have accepted who y'all are and y'all haven't accepted who we are. Let me tell you what I mean by that. Every man knows you gotta get some money to get the girl you want, right? Let me ask a woman what she gotta do to get the man she wants. Stop leaving these suckers alone. It's always my fault. Stay away from these fucking people who are blocking me. It's never just, I gotta make better choices. Never heard a woman just say, I gotta make better choices. By the way, Puff needs to make better choices. Does he not? Does Puff not need to make better choices?
Indeed.
But so does Cassie. That's That's all I'm saying. We make it where one person has to make all the decisions, pay all of the penalties. One person made the bad choice, and it's like, yo, if that one person was coming to Cassie's house, snatching her outside her. You ever seen Dirty Dancing? Yeah. Walking in Cassie's house and saying, nobody puts Cassie in the corner. She's going with me. Now, if they did that, I could understand it. But you had places to go. You're making it seem like he was a bully that you couldn't move around, but he wasn't. It was a complicated relationship. You loved him for the same reasons and you hated him for the same reasons. And you got to the point where you found someone who made you look at yourself and your husband. You left with him and then life got probably a little hard. You wrote the book because there's no other interest in you outside of the connection to him. You wrote the book, said, give me some money. This. Now, by the way, Puff should have paid her. For everything that they went through and the money he had, he should have took care of her. He should have. No doubt about it. She shouldn't have had to write the book. That's what I would say to Puff if I was his friend. Nigga, you made her write a book to get some money from you. I know your ego is hurt, but when you commit crimes with people that can go get immunity for the same crimes, but they hate you enough where they're going to come after you, you should have paid her. That's what somebody should have told Puff.
When you say that the logical thing, or we said that's logical, and then, well, Ray was, but when you said love, just look at the screen. Because I remember seeing the movie and wondering, why did they title it that? I think that's why they titled it that. I think that's why they titled the Tina Turner movie that.
What? What's love? Exactly. What's love got? But that's my point. Tina Turner told you motherfuckers in the fucking 80s, in the 90s. What it doesn't, it's just a emotion. And my thing is women also, here's another thing about women. Women be trying to prove their love. Y'all don't have to prove your love to society. That's by the way, I hate that for women. Like you got to prove that you deserve it. I hate that shit.
That's what the whole, what do you bring to the table?
I know. You will never hear a real man say that. If a man asks you what you bring to the table, that is not the man for you if you are the kind of woman that doesn't want to hear that. But you got some woman that's like, I am the table. What do you say to them? It's like, bitch, you got the game fucked up too, right? It's like, that's what I'm saying. Like the same way men are like, what you bring to the table is retarded, it's stupid. I'm gonna take that word away because it's not a proper nice word, which is stupid, right? You can also say women are stupid for the same thing that they do. That's all. My only issue with society right now is that only one species is getting the blame. Men. We always say we feel bad for single mothers. Do we not? Yeah. I do. I've given plenty of things to single mothers. Yeah. Me, but guess what I can do? I can give a single mother a car. I could buy a house. I can send her kids to college. But I can't tell her, don't be a single mother again. Oh, you crossed the line with that one now, boy. And it's like, how? I'm just saying, like, we're the only society that when women make mistakes, we just make up for them. That's why we celebrate stepdad. The bonus dad. The dad why we not saying about the fucking first dad? The bad decision that you made. Or the bad decisions that you made. Why we don't address those? That's my only issue with society. If we address women's bad decisions and men's bad decisions the same, no problem. But it's only men. And I'm like, yo, I'm not being funny. I know men, including me, for the most part, have been pieces of shit. But it ain't just been 100% now. Like, I had an accomplice on this shit too. And that's all I'm saying. Just like, then it's like, well, she was innocent. So literally Puff was paying, he was enjoying, so was everybody else. But he the only person that's about to go to jail. That's whack to me. That's whack to me. And that's why he didn't think that he was who he was, because I would have paid everybody off and went about my fucking business and kept getting money like I know he wish he could do right now. But he was being a man. He was operating out of ego. That's my bitch. That's my money. I get that, bro. But as long as there's footage of you knocking this girl on the floor and kicking her, or as long as there's witnesses out there that can say you did those things to her, nigga, it doesn't matter why they came. OJ went to jail for stealing his own shit, not the crime. They was gonna get you, nigga. They were gonna get you. That's why you gotta disappear, because they're going to get you. They don't like to see people like you win. OJ, Puff, fucking Bill Cosby. They don't want to see niggas like you win. Harvey Weinstein. They don't want to see men win, especially the ugly ones. They damn sure hate that. They look at that nigga like, you let him get on top of you. Yep, I'm gonna sue this motherfucker. I hated that shit. Yeah, hold on. You know what it's like? Can I tell you what it's like? It's like, what's the movie? I gotta go here. What's the movie? What's the Queen Latifah movie? The where they was robbing with the 4 women.
Oh, Set It Off.
Set It Off. That's like Jada suing Hank because she was in a bind. And Hank was like, I can get you out of it. And then the son didn't go, the little brother didn't go to college. He really didn't, and she sues Hank. He used his power over me to, hold on, you said, you told me you was in the bond, and we were, you see what I'm trying to say? I think we are a society where women aren't held accountable is the most dangerous society to live in because we won't get anywhere. We will be a sensitive culture who can't tell anybody anything about anything because we're worried about hearing people's mouths.
So can I know your solution to how is this supposed to go? How is he supposed to get his just due? How is she supposed to,
The minute that Puff Daddy hit Cassie, everybody from Cassie to the hotel to the security should have put human interest in front of their own. It said, send this to the police. Puff would have been in jail. There wouldn't have been no RICO. He would have served his little 30 days, got some help, and everything would have been fine.
Are you sure that's true considering the year that it happened? Like, social media is a very different thing now.
No. Listen, that's my point. Here's my issue. Glad we're there. I'm tired of where society is determining who's right and wrong. That's my, no. Hear me out. I'm tired of society determining what's right and what's wrong. The same thing that Bill Cosby got locked up for, he was making jokes about and selling on his albums, his comedy albums in the fucking 70s and 80s.
Exactly.
But it was okay then.
Exactly.
That's my point. So because society changed, now we're going...
So in 2016, if it's okay because Puff is ruling New York and he got all the cops...
He don't even live in New York no more.
I'm just saying back then when this happened...
No, but my point... It was happening in L.A. Who cares? My point. That's my point.
Trying to go to the cops
we be giving niggas grace when we should give them lessons. If Puff would have learned a lesson in 2014, 15, 16 when he was doing it, he probably would have stopped a lot of shit. But he didn't learn. The people that was gonna put their human interest over money.
Who was that? Is what I'm saying.
I just said the security person, Cassie.
I'm just saying the reality is we're just now seeing all these things come up and happen. Like this wasn't something. That's why the whole Me Too movement happened because nobody could say anything.
The reality is that the women that I know, if you would have beat them up and they would have took you down. You going down? Fuck that. Because you did it to me once. You seen the movie It Ends With Us? Oh, you haven't? Listen, we didn't even see him abuse her in the movie, but she thought it was abuse. It was over. You got to go. We just live in a society where men are the worst people on earth and women are perfect. And I know, and you all know in this room that is not true. That is the dog. Dog.
Y'all as men are gonna have
Meg literally went on TV and lied. We just laugh. Like if I'm Tori, I'm like, that's not funny to me. She lied and said that we didn't sleep together, and we were. But now you think she'll lie on court? We've seen that she'll lie. By the way, we've seen that he'll lie, so they all are liars. But only one is in jail for 10 years, and the other one is. That's the only problem. One is in jail and one isn't. And remember, when Meg was getting interviewed, guys, it's some this is so freaking good. When Meg was getting interviewed by the police, go watch the video. She was like, am I going to get in trouble for this? Am I going to get arrested for this? Does that sound like a victim to you? If you got shot, Rocky, Alex, are you asking the police, am I going to go to jail for getting shot?
It could have been something else she did.
No.
I know. I understand.
The same. You got the mic. You got. If you're gonna talk, I'm sorry. I'm like, you gonna talk? Get on the mic. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm saying but she might have got shot, but she could have did something else in that situation that somebody else might have said. So she's probably thinking, am I gonna get in trouble for being in this situation, even though she got shot?
Let me tell you, I had a friend call me. A good friend of mine called me. Swear to God, a homegirl of mine called me. Ray, last night I got raped. Really? No, that's serious. I'm like, you see how you head lift up? I'm like, hold on, what? She was like, yeah. So I asked her what happened. She tells me the story. Basically, it's a guy that she'd been friends with. They were intimate together. And then I guess she told him she didn't want to that night. And she woke up in the bed and it was like blood on the bed, right? Basically. So she called me. She said, I don't know what to do. And I was like, what the fuck? You call the police. And this guy is a very prominent man in the music industry. So I'm like, and by the way, I could have easily felt like a sucker by telling this woman to protect herself. But then that's only if I will only do that if I'm that kind of person. I'm not doing that. Call the police right now. She went to the police. Shit didn't go the way they wanted it to go. So I understand that there are certain scenarios with women, but here's the thing though. From a man's standpoint, y'all slept together already. You were comfortable enough where you was in his house or had a drink. Now he did do those things to you, but now you got to prevent yourself from putting yourself in a position where you got hurt, assaulted. It's like, I give an example.
Because when that almost happened to me,
let me give an example. Let me give an example. Have we ever, I dare anybody to find footage of someone of prominent status telling men, stop wearing your jewelry. Stop wearing your jewelry. These predators are going to rob you. No, you don't. If I wear my chain and I get robbed, I deserved it. Right? Period, right? That's how men think. That's how, maybe you're a woman, but as a man, if Alex walked into the hood with his chains on and they took it, you deserve to get robbed.
But at the same time,
no, I'm asking you, do you agree with me on that?
I mean, yeah, you want to be flashy.
So my point is this. So why can't it be the same if a woman wears scandalous clothing, small, slim clothing with her body showing and all this other stuff, and a man tries to treat her like that? Why is it not the same? Why is the man bad then?
It is until he touches her. The same way.
You think a nigga don't touch you to get the chain?
No, I'm saying, but you can get locked up if you're caught as the person that's robbing the person. So you're gonna get in trouble if you're caught raping somebody.
Yeah, but my point is this: is nobody has sympathy for the robbers. I mean, for the niggas that got robbed, they actually laugh at them.
And they're laughing at women.
You'll never see the niggas. No, they don't. You don't see no man say, "I just sexually assaulted a rapper and look at me, I'm free." No, they will say, I just took that nigga chain and come get it back, nigga. And everybody's like, oh yeah, punk ass nigga. But
I'm saying they're blaming the women for that.
No, I'm not blaming. I'm saying
not you. I'm saying that.
No, I'm saying the society is different. We have different roles and places in society. Men and women do, and because those roles are becoming a little convoluted, it's becoming hard to determine who's what and who does what. But what I'm saying to you is the way to end it is by saying, tell early. Tell early. That's all we're saying. Yeah. Because guess what? If you tell early, then it'll be like, hey, nigga, these women out here telling early. You don't want that to happen to you.
Yeah.
Don't act like we don't use these lessons as these things as lessons in society. We do.
Yeah.
What else?